Hey Mama, Jocelyn here, mom of 5 and positivity and pregnancy enthusiast. I'm really looking forward to sharing what I have learned through pregnancy and motherhood with you. My 5th baby is now around 4 months old at the time of this recording, and I wanted to share some of the things I have been reminded of and relearned about diapering a baby. I know that I tend to focus on pregnancy, which I do prefer to do because that is an important time. But this summer I've had a few episodes where I focused on newborn care and some baby care. And after pregnancy, you're going to have a baby. And knowing some of these things about babying and diapering and learning from me, who has made a lot of mistakes, can help propel you forward faster than I was able to be propelled forward in my mothering of a baby. So let's jump into today's episode, which is specifically about diapering your baby and some tips with that. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. Okay, before we jump into some tips about diapering your babies, I just wanted to remind you that nothing with a baby is an exact science. So in some of my previous episodes, I had talked about the rhythm of eat, wake, sleep. And sometimes this rhythm doesn't always go perfectly. Like sometimes the baby stays awake for 3 hours and then you need to feed them and then they fall asleep. Or maybe they pushed a 4-hour feeding stretch because they fell asleep and took a good nap. Being understanding and flexible is going to make a big difference for you. And I just wanted to say that because I feel like somebody needed to hear that it's not an exact science. It won't always be perfect, the eat, wake, sleep cycle. But if you try to stick to that, you will generally, most oftentimes, know what your baby is needing and why they are fussing. But being flexible, it's not only with pregnancy, it's not only with a baby, but being flexible in life is a good thing to be able to learn. And I learned that through diapering my baby. This last fall, I had the feeling that I needed to start stocking up on diapers. I was pregnant at the time. I was like, maybe I should just start adding diapers to our, our grocery list, and so that I could build it up. And then ironically, I think it was a day later, I saw a woman who was listing 12 boxes of diapers for sale, and they were for a really good deal. The diaper she was selling was supposedly a nicer brand of diaper, and I was one of the first to message her, and I got a ton of diapers for a lot cheaper. Now that I've had my baby and I've been using these diapers, I have found out that these diapers are like what I call cheap diapers. So you will find out, or you can learn from me, that in diapering your baby, there are different quality of diapers. Huggies and Pampers tends to be the nicest diapers, but they're also the most expensive diapers. This brand of diapers was up there in the brand of expensive diapers, but they acted like cheap diapers. Cheap diapers are like the off-brands at Walmart. They can kind of do the job, but they don't hold very much. They let more things blow out, and they're just cheaper diapers. So this is a trick that I have learned. I didn't want to waste all of these diapers. I didn't want to resell them. I didn't want to give them away. I wanted to use them because they were already paid for, and I had 12 boxes of them. And I'm a resourceful person, so I just really wanted to use these diapers. So if you've got cheap diapers that people have given you, and you maybe even just prefer buying cheap diapers, this is what I would do. or this is what I have done as well, is I use cheap diapers during the day, and then during the night we use what I call night diapers. And a night diapers is the Huggies or Pampers brand of diapers because they hold so much more. I usually don't have to change my baby in the night, and they keep everything in. And so for night, I like that. I don't like to have to change my baby's diaper in the night. I prefer to just let them sleep all night and then change it in the morning. But the cheap diapers do not hold it all, and inevitably they will leak through. I will end up having to not only change a diaper, but to change clothes and bedding. And that is just not something I prefer to do in the middle of the night. So I use the cheap diapers during the day and the night diapers at night. My kids have even classified them as the night diapers. They know when we need a night diaper because it's nighttime. And we don't use those expensive ones during the day. We use the cheaper ones. And I actually have done this with just buying diapers. I feel like it saves money to use the cheaper ones throughout the day and then use the expensive ones at night. To me, it's hard to fork out a ton of money for diapers. And so if I can get by with doing it as cheaply as possible, but as useful for me as I can, that's what I do. So that should be able to help you out. Now you're probably going to ask, what do you do when your baby blows out? Because yes, if you buy cheap diapers, your baby blows out more. And if you don't know how to clean the baby's clothes, then you're going to pay more in clothing than you would if you just bought nice diapers. So this is also a personal preference. You may not prefer to clean baby's clothes the way I do, but I have found that this works. So what I do is, I'll be honest, he does blow out of these cheap diapers quite a bit, like almost daily. And for some of you, that's not going to be worth it. But for me, to save money and just a little bit of time, extra time cleaning on the clothes, it's worth the money saved, and mentally it's worth the money saved too. So what I do is they have laundry bar soaps or soap bars of laundry. There's one called Fels Naphtha, and there's one called Zote, Zote. And the Zote bar is the one I have used with this baby. It's a big pink bar. And what I do is when the baby has blown out, I will take the clothing and I will take the Zote bar and I will scrub it underwater. I will scrub the stain until the Zote bar under warm water gets most of the stain out. And then I just put it on the bathtub faucet to drip dry, and then I wash it. And that has worked fine. Like, even if my baby has had a blowout, say we're at the grocery store and he blows out, and I change him at the grocery store and I put the clothes, I try to carry around plastic bags, like grocery bags, to put the clothes in. So I put those dirty clothes in a bag, and maybe we had somewhere to go after the grocery store and we don't get home for hours. That's okay. I still scrub the baby's clothes with that Zote bar under hot water, and as long as I get most of the stain out, and then after that I let it dry and then wash it, I have done this over and over again, and the clothes have not been stained. It does take effort. It does take realizing that if you use cheap diapers, your baby is likely going to blow out, especially in the first 6 months where their poop isn't getting solid because it's all liquid. As they grow up and they poop a little bit normaler, more thicker stools, then you won't have as many blowouts. So it's just kind of dependent on what you want. Sometimes he'll blow out in the morning and I just have the kids put the soiled, stained onesie on my bathroom counter until I can get to it, and then I just scrub it with the Zote bar with the hot water as good as I can, hang it up on the faucet to dry, and then I'm at a stage where I only do laundry weekly. So I do like 5 or 6 loads every Monday, and when it gets to Monday, I just take those clothes to the laundry and wash them. And that mentally has been a good thing for me in diapering. And it took me a long time to figure out how to clean the clothes so they didn't stain. Because if you just try and spray and wash it and stick it in the washer, it's going to stain. And I don't know about you, but if a lot of the clothes get stained and gross, you just don't really want to put your baby in them. But if you just take the little time and effort to scrub it with the Zote bar under hot water, it will, like I said, it's happened over and over, and I've been able to get all of the stains out of his clothing, and I feel like I'm saving money on diapers. So those are some of my tips for diapering. Use cheaper diapers during the day, use nicer diapers at night, and use a Zote bar to clean your baby's clothes when they blow out. Now, even the nicer diapers, they will still blow out on occasion, but the nicer diapers do tend to hold the poop in a little bit better than the cheaper diapers. I hope you found that helpful as you prepare to have your baby, that you don't have to get rid of the cheap diapers. You can still use them. Just know to be flexible. Know that your baby might blow out, and know that you can clean the clothes. And that simple things like having the nicer diapers at night and the cheaper ones during the day can really help. Anyways, as you prepare for having your baby, I hope that you will find the reasons and find the ways to be flexible. I've had to be flexible when it comes to blowouts and managing time and my mind around that, because it's not always convenient when the baby blows out, and sometimes I have to let go of some expectations. During pregnancy, as you prepare for this baby, you might have to let go of some expectations as well. You might have to lower them significantly because you're in survival mode, and it is hard. I can help you. If you need extra help during your pregnancy, I have the Morning Sickness mini course for mental health. And this course was specifically made for those who struggle with the nausea phase of pregnancy, also called the morning sickness phase. It is comprised of 44 videos that are 2 to 8 minutes long, and they can help you shift to find more positivity in pregnancy when it feels impossible. It can help you to do the mindset work that you desire to do so that you can find more beauty in pregnancy and not hate it. I know that this course works because I did it for myself. My 5th pregnancy, I used my own course to find more positivity in pregnancy. So if you are needing a boost, if you want these audios right in your pocket, look into that course. It is the top link in the show notes. You can download the audios, you can listen and watch the videos, and it is a game changer. You are amazing, Mama, and I am cheering for you. Keep up the good work. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.